Morning. Oh, this is so dark. Why is it so dark? Okay. Hi, everyone. I just want to show you something before we start yoga today. I received this in the post yesterday from Mary, who's been looking at taking all the classes for Mallow, and it's a heron and it's handmade and it's so beautiful. I really love it. I just wanted to say thank you. So today we're going to do shoulder stretches. I'm on a different computer because mine is not working, so hopefully that works. Yeah. So we're going to start on the mats, and we're going to start kneeling. If kneeling is not comfortable for you, you can always put a cushion under your knees or even between your lower legs and your hips. I'm going to extend the arms forward and take a child pose. So legs together first. Let your forearms rest down to the ground. Let your forearm rest onto the ground. And take notice of your breath. Slowly breathing in, noticing the breath moving into the back of the body. Imagine you're breathing into the center of your body, so from a place where your nose is, down along your spine. And you're trying to balance the weight on either side. So you're neither leaning to the right or the left. You're not leaning more on your head or more on your legs. Just resting on the floor. If it's not comfortable on your forehead, you can fold your arms and put your head on your hands. Maybe adjust the position of the head slightly so that you're facing more towards your forehead, the back of the neck being long. And slowly on an inhale, you're going to stretch the arms forward. Let's stretch the shoulders, stretch the back. So you're reaching forward with the hands, reaching back with the hips. You can wiggle a little bit. If you've got a four-legged animals, I'm sure you've seen them do this. And come onto hands and knees. If it's comfortable, you can even extend the legs and look up, stretch the other way. Or just come onto a tabletop position, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to inhale, look forward and really relax the spine, the abdomen, so letting the belly fall. As we exhale, pushing the spine up, the navel all the way up. And inhale, coming forward. So you're moving with your breath. You might start moving gently, and every breath going a little deeper. Breathe, noticing what's happening in your tummy. So really relaxing the whole abdomen on the way on the inhale. Exhaling, drawing it in. And feel the curve of your spine. Notice where it curves, where it doesn't move so much. How far do you bring the movement into your neck and into your lumbar spine, into your tailbone? And noticing the feelings in the shoulders and the hips. Or maybe even the points of contact with the floor, so the hands, the knees, the lower legs and the feet. And if you feel that it's really hard on one of the parts, maybe on the wrist, See if you can take more weight into the knees, the lower legs and the feet. So in general, when a pose doesn't feel right, if you feel it's too heavy in one place, then share the weight with other body parts. Let's exhale, drop the knees back onto the hips. And bring your hands forward again. So keeping the head up, just reaching forward with the hands, maybe using the stickiness of your mat. Bring your fingertips into the mat and draw yourself. So you're sticking the hands and then you're pulling away with the whole spine and the shoulders. Inhale, coming up. Let's exhale, bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder and look underneath the right arm, resting on that left shoulder. Breathe here. Inhale along your spine and exhale. Soften around your waist, soften around the shoulders. On the next inhale, press into the right hand. Come back to center. Set yourself back in center, nice and symmetrical. Exhale. Right hand underneath the left arm, all the way under so that the shoulders are stacked. And you breathe into the stretch. And maybe you don't go into it so far, but after a couple of breaths, you go a little deeper. So notice what happens in your body. We haven't done sun salutations this morning. We're not warmed up. So maybe you're going to feel a little stiffer. Muscles are colder. It's a very different feeling, stretching cold muscle to warm muscle. So notice how it is. And if you like it or don't like it, is also an interesting information. On an inhale, come back to center. Let's tuck your toes under, stick your hands to your mat, and exhale, push back into downward dog. So you're going to push your hips all the way back. Keep your legs quite bent, and then moving one leg after the other, keeping your head in between your arms. You can swing the head between your arms, and make sure that you can touch your arms with your ears. And see if you can keep the legs steady and breathe into the downward dog. So really feeling the triangle shape you're making with your body. You're going to look forward and half step by half step, walk your feet all the way back towards your hands, keeping the weight in the hands as long as you can. Even coming up onto the fingertips when your feet are all the way forward. Lengthen your spine and stretch your arms and your back. So if your legs can't stretch here, keep the legs bent. Exhale. Let yourself hang over your legs. And you can open your feet underneath your hips if they were closer together. Let's grab onto the elbows. And very gently, very slowly, swinging from side to side, moving the weight into one foot, and maybe twisting the upper body a little bit. Changing from one foot to the other, or staying in the middle, whatever works for you. Keep your eyes open to keep your balance. Gently swing from side to side. Let yourself dangle. So notice your shoulders. And you can completely relax the shoulders, so letting them come towards the ears just with gravity. You're not reaching, you're only clasping the elbows. And feeling the back of the leg lengthening, the spine lengthening. If there's any parts that's not comfortable into the abdomen, see if you can direct your breath here. Maybe inflate a little with the in-breath and squeeze a little with the out-breath. And then exhale, you're going to soften the knees. Bring your hands in just by the front of the thighs, above the knees. And inhale, push into the arms. Come to a straight back in a little squash. Breathe here. See if you can feel the connection between the feet, the hands, and the arms, making this a nice straight line. And then keeping your body nice and straight, reaching back with the base of the toes as you're leaning the way towards the heels. And then maybe let's do a cat and cow movement here. So just to notice the shape of your spine. So as you exhale, you look down to your navel, around your spine. Inhale, look forward, open your chest and arch your back a little. Exhale from the navel, pushing you back, pushing into the hands. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale. Bring the legs really steady. One more exhale. Next inhale, come to center and slowly come up to standing. Let your arms come out to the sides of your body with your palms facing forward. Take a breath here and then look down to the front of your body. And if you can't see your feet at all, then maybe you're leaning way too much forward towards your toes. So see if you can push the weight back onto the heels, drop the tailbone, and look down to see as much of the front of your body as you can. And then without moving it, lengthening your neck, looking forward, turn your head all the way to the right, and look down at your right hand and your right arm. Look down to your shoulders, let the shoulders really come down. And keep the arms in line with the side of the body, neither forward nor back. And then when you've adjusted it, slowly lift your head back up. Exhale, look at the left hand and do the same thing. Look at the shoulder and move it down. Maybe do a little neck circle, checking the alignment of your body. So left hand, bottom of the body, right hand, maybe just all the way up for the neck. And then looking back down, checking if you've moved as you've looked up. And then reversing the direction to get a nice stretch of the sides of the neck. So all of your body is steady. And your heads come back to center. Now let's inhale, reach the hands up. I'm going to bring the palms of the hands together and then lengthen to the top of the head, drop the chin towards the throat, look down at the front of your body again. So you're going to move the body back. You're going to tilt the pelvis and fingertips. Inhale here. Set your feet in the ground as you exhale. Let the body, the arms come towards your right side. Inhale, come to center, and in the center, you're looking at the front of your body. Exhale, you relax the head onto the left arm, and you swing to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, right. Inhale to center. Exhale, left. So maybe you're pushing the hips in the opposite direction. Maybe you're keeping your legs steady and just moving with the upper body. Maybe try both options and feel the difference. One more time to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's reach forward. So straight back, straight arms, hips pushing back. And then coming all the way. And press the hands into the ground and move the right leg back. Keep the knee up. Maybe shuffle the right foot forward. Stay up on the fingertips or even come up. For the first one, actually, let's come up onto the thighs. So you can interlock your fingers. Breathe down. Maybe even let your arms come down and look down the front of your body. So you're trying to face your hips to the front of your mat. Get your tailbone down. Looking down, but lifting the crown of the head up. And then lifting your gaze forward. One more breath here. On an exhale, let's bring the hands inside the left foot. So you can shuffle the left foot out to the side. And breathe here. So don't sink into your hands. You could maybe lift them off the floor. They're only here for balance. You're reaching the right leg back. And the left knee is over the left ankle. It's no further. Then on an exhale, maybe drop the back knee, if that's possible for you, if it feels good. Like this morning, I'm really gonna go through different stretches and making them a little bit more challenging every time. So when you find your limit, then you can either stay there or you can back up to the previous pose and just breathe into the previous pose, which is going to work for you. Now from here, you might try and bring your forearms down, looking at the floor underneath you, maybe tucking the toes under and lifting the back knee again, lengthening the back leg. Breathing here. Inhaling. Slowly coming up, maybe making the step a little shorter. And press the right hand onto the mat. So it's your left foot forward, your right hand forward. Bring your left knee down, bend the left foot, and see if you can come and catch the left foot with the right hand. And you're looking out to the side. You're trying to not put all the weight into the right hand. You're really lengthening, feeling for a line in your body that goes from your right knee through your hips, along your spine to the top of your head. And another line that might go from your right wrist to your right shoulder. Then let's exhale. Slowly come back, bring the hands either side of the foot. And if it works for you, bring the left foot across. Now, if this doesn't work at all for you, what you do is you come to sitting and you might just bring the foot on top of the other leg and try and lift the right knee a little bit and come to sitting up straight. So that's the option if the facing down option doesn't work. Facing down option works. You're bringing the leg across. And first we're gonna keep the back leg active. Inhale, lengthen. And we're thinking about lengthening more than moving down. And then coming down maybe onto the forearms, but still lengthening. And this time, bending the right leg, coming up onto the left hand, turning towards the right to grip the right leg with the right hand. And so when you're using the hand and the foot together, you want to feel the stretch on the front of your hip and also on the front of the shoulder. So they're both resisting against each other, and you're sinking the left hip down, and you're trying to balance to let the front arm rest, lifting your chest, breathing deeply. On an exhale, slowly release the leg, turn, and put the back toe under, push back into a plank, and see if you can breathe into a plank position. So you might look down the line of your body. You're going to exhale, push your hips back and your navel up. So a really nice, strong line in your body. On an exhale, dropping the knees, arching the back, elbows in, bringing the chin and the chest to the floor. Inhale, lengthening into a cobra. So you're going to keep the hands onto the floor by the chest and lengthen the legs as far as they can go. Keep your head facing down. Without reaching the head too much. See if we can turn the fingers to face outwards on both hands. And then on an inhale, lift a little higher. So put a little weight into the hands, draw the shoulders and the elbows back. And lift a little higher, keeping the legs really strong, pubic bone reaching down, toes reaching back. Legs squeezed together. Exhale, come back on your tummy. Hands by your chest, fingers facing forward again. Tuck your toes under. And take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, like the cat and claw movement, squeeze your navel in, push into your hands, and push all the way back into downward dog. Breathe into downward dog. So in every pose in yoga and in everything you do in life, really, there's always a balance between the two extremities in your body. So there is the idea of pushing yourself off the ground, and also the idea of lifting yourself off the ground. So you want to feel the top of the body lifting up. So the hips are lifting back and there's lightness. The body is moving up towards the hips. And at the same time, the hands and the arms are pushing down into the earth. And the same thing happens with your legs. The front of your legs is lifting up. There's energy going from the top of your feet up through the kneecaps and through the top of the thighs. And that's reaching up towards your belly. And then the back of the leg is reaching down towards the ground. And when those forces are in balance, the poses become effortless. Now with a deep exhale, draw your navel in, shift the weight onto the right leg. Inhale, stretch the right leg all the way back. So you're looking to keep the shape, keep the hips, and just lengthen the right leg all the way back. You might look at the front of your body and try and see if your leg is in line with your body. And on the exhale, you're going to bend the right knee, bring your heel towards your bum, and open the hip to the side. Look under the right arm. Take a couple of breaths here. On an exhale, slowly coming back, coming to a one-legged plank, and let your right toe just about touch the floor, but no weight on them. Or if it's too hard, weight on it. Breathe here deeply, and on an inhale, lift the chest off the floor and bring the right foot forward. So keeping the back knee up first, coming up onto a high lunge on the right leg, lengthening yourself away from the front thigh, hands on your hips or arms by your side, looking down at the front of your body, trying to level it so the hips are facing forward and there is space between the ribs and the hips at the back and at the front of the body. Trying to keep the right knee right over the ankle, the front thigh parallel, and also, but last, to straighten the back leg. And then on an exhale, bring your hands forward inside the front leg. So taking a few breaths here on the fingertips, not so much weight into your arms. Reaching the front knee forward, but keeping it over the foot. If it goes forward of the foot, then move the foot forward. And reaching the back leg back. Exhaling, dropping the back knee and the back foot. Take a breath here or two. Notice what your body needs. If there is more space for stretches, maybe walk the hands forward and try and come down into the forearms. And if you've been down on one side, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to go down on the other side, or vice versa. So don't judge it, just notice it, listen, and help your body find a place that is going to gently open the angles. Now slowly from here, come back onto straight arms and bring the left hand down. Right foot is down. I'm going to bend the left knee and twist. Reach for the left foot with the right hand and breathe. So you can let the left hip open to the side. Just be careful, especially where balancing. So don't let anything pull too much, stretch too much. Notice what feels good. Balance the energy between the foot and the hand so that you feel it on the front of the left thigh as much as the shoulder. Or maybe today you want more of a shoulder stretch or more of a hip stretch. So pick what works for you. And exhale. Slowly calm down. Let's bring your foot across. So again, if the pigeon pose does not work, you can come to sitting and bring the right foot across the left leg, or bring it across your body. Maybe the back leg a little bit. Find length first. Sink the hip, sink the tailbone towards the floor underneath your front shin. Let your shoulders slide down your back. Don't reach with your head. Keep your head back. Reach the chest, the rib cage forward without tilting too much. And maybe coming down into the forearms. See if you can relax. See where you feel the pose in your body and if it feels good. And also if you could balance. So if you're feeling it very intensely in one part, could you shift the weight into another part to make the stretch easier and nicer? Or maybe you're holding tension in a part that's got nothing to do with the pose, like your neck, and you could just Breathe out, relax the neck, move it around. We don't need the neck for this pose. Then relax. And slowly coming back into the forearms. And this time I'm going to shift the weight onto the right side, bend the left side, and grab the left foot with the left arm. And trying to counterbalance. I don't think I can do it on this side, so see where you're at with the pose. Trying to use the foot and the arm to hold themselves so that you can take, oh, there we go. Take the right hand off the ground. Open the hip, open the chest. Don't collapse in the lower back, so keep the lower back long. And be aware of any strong feeling on the front knee. So you don't want it to feel it in the front knee, you want to feel it around the side of the hip. Has to be a muscle stretch rather than a joint discomfort. Exhale. Slowly release. And let's bring yourself back onto your hips, swing your legs apart. And come onto your backs. Bring your knees to your chest. Take a few breaths here. And then you can stay here, or you can hold underneath the knees with the feet going towards the ceiling. Really trying to get all of the upper back and the shoulders resting onto the ground. And the hips. So find where it works. If we're here, you can do some ankle circles. One way, the other. You can gently move your thigh bones around in the hip sockets. And maybe reach for the outside of the feet. And take happy baby pose. So feet are towards the ceiling. Knees are towards the shoulders or the armpits. Thighs are out by the side of the body. Shoulders reach back down onto the ground. Hips reach back down onto the ground. And at the same time, this is a playful pose. You're not hardly pulling onto yourself. You can play with your toes. Maybe swing a little from side to side. A little pedaling. Play with your shoulders. Turn your head from side to side. Then let's exhale, bring the soles of your feet together. And see if you can hold the feet with the soles together. Or if you can't hold the feet, then you might hold the ankles or the shins. And then try and get your shoulders back down to the ground. Sometimes you might try and do shoulder circles. So it might feel a little tight, but you're trying to bring them as far forward as you can, as far up as you can, as far back and as far down. And then somewhere in that circle is going to be the most comfortable position. When your shoulders are steady, your whole spine is nice and long. Heels slide down towards the hips and knees open out to the side. Then you're going to slowly release the legs, keep the feet together, let them come down onto the ground. And bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. Keep your feet together, your thighs apart. Take a moment to come back to your breath. See if you can breathe more into the hand that's on your belly. And feel as you exhale that the thighs are heavy, the feet are heavy, and the hips are heavy. So you completely relax the front of your abdomen. Notice the movement under the hands as on your chest. Without changing it. Let your mind be quiet, your thinking processes be quiet, and notice if any emotions come to your attention when you feel under your hand on your heart or your hand on your tummy. So sometimes it's readily available to us because there is something in our heart or something in our gut feelings and it's just there, or we just know. And sometimes it's more like a very small whisper that you might not even hear. And then when you start paying attention, maybe there is a little something. It's going to quiet everything else inside you. And maybe you're not really going to get what it is right now, but at least you know there is something. And it's okay. You might just keep coming back and listening a little bit more attentively some other time. Now let's bring your hands away, bring your knees back together, bring the left foot onto your chest. Inhale, stretch the right foot out. And you take a breath here, so you inhale, re-stretch the right leg straight, left foot to your chest. And exhale, fold the right leg again, place the left foot onto left ankle onto the right knee, and you can stay here, balance your hips, balance your shoulders, lower back or all the back relax onto the ground, maybe lifting the right foot up, maybe reaching underneath the right knee. As you exhale, closing the angle between the thigh and the body. You want your left shin to stay parallel with the front of your body. You might reach the hands forward of the shins, but if to do that your shoulders are coming off the floor, then don't do this. Keep a place where your shoulders are off the floor. You could even use a towel or a strap to hold the leg. Let's exhale, relax, open your arms wide and let your left foot, so swivel the hips, let your left foot come down onto the ground and turn your head to the right. You might use the right hand to gently push the right thigh away or just completely relax. Deep, long breath. We're not going to stay here for long. So let your breath be really relaxed and move all the way along the shoulders and the hips. On your next inhale, turn your head to center. Exhale, bring the feet back up. Bring the left foot back on the ground. And right foot up to your chest. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, stretch the right leg. Take a couple of breaths here. And bring the left foot back, the left knee up. Place the right ankle on the left knee. Take your breath in center, balancing the hips, the shoulders, the head onto the ground. Maybe pushing up, lifting the left foot, grabbing underneath the thigh for a couple of breaths. Reset before you move on to the next pose. Make sure that your upper body is relaxed. Your shoulders are as close to the ground as they can be. Your head is relaxed. Your face is smiling. You're breathing deeply. Your right ankle is nice and straight. You can do circles with both feet. Everything is not really to the limit. So if you've got more space, then you take the front of the shin. But again, you don't want to be in a place where everything is frozen and tight and painful and uncomfortable. You want to be in a place where you can feel there's a good stretch on the right hip. But it's on the right hip, it feels like it's working, it's doing something nice. It's not pulling on your knee or your ankle or your neck or your shoulders. You can still take a deep breath and feel your belly rising. Deep exhale, feel your body rested on the ground, the shoulders are tensed. Then exhale, release the hands, open the arms, and bring the left foot on the floor, on the right foot on the floor on the left side of the body. Turn your head to the right. Take 5 deep breaths here. So letting the breath, your awareness move along the body. Lift the feet up. Release the legs. Let's take your hands all the way over your head. You're going to grab your right wrist with your left hand, and you're going to place your right foot over your left ankle. And you keep your hips steady. You're going to draw the hands and the feet over to the left side of your mat. I'm going to breathe here, gently lengthening the whole side of the body. On the exhale, maybe drawing the lower back against the ground if it's really arched. In the inhale, lengthening away. On an inhale, coming to center, changing the cross of the legs, the hold of the hands. Inhale to the center, exhale, move the feet and the hands to the other side. And breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release, keep your legs strong, lift your head, come and place the elbows underneath the shoulders. So you're going to keep your legs really strong, like when we're doing the cobra pose. The toes are reaching as far as you can. The legs are squeezing together. They're one piece. They're really nice and long. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift the chest away and increase the space between the arms and the elbows. So we can keep looking forward. We can look up. Maybe we can let the head come down. Actually, don't let the head come down yet. Let's maybe do neck circles so that shoulders are relaxed, or maybe do like a no movement with the head, looking to the top of one shoulder, the other one. Keep reaching up with the body away from the arms. Then exhale, throw navel in, chin in, come up to sitting. And this time, place the whole arms behind you. So we're looking for the hands to be underneath the shoulders, or as close as possible for it to be comfortable. And first we can do a couple of movements, so bending one elbow after the other. Then coming to straight arms without folding the arms too far over the hand, because they'll be quite sore on the wrist. So you're keeping your arms vertical and you're reaching your body forward. And maybe shift the weight onto one hand, turn the fingers onto the outside, and then come back. As a deep inhale, reaching the chest forward. Exhale, maybe softening the elbows. So again, the neck is loose. We're not doing that much. We shift the weight off one hand, point the fingers back, the other hand. Inhale, fingertips into the floor. Draw the elbows back, the chest forward. And exhale. Let's bring the fingers all the way forward. Bend your knees just enough that your feet come flat. Make sure that your hands are solid underneath your shoulders. Take a deep inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, lift the hips. Maybe let your head hang. Keep your legs strong. Keep lifting the legs, pressing into the fingertips. Exhale. Let's come back forward. Come to sitting and keeping the legs in front of us. Let's interlock the fingers behind us. Same idea, we're going to inhale, lengthen the arms away. See if now you can squeeze the elbows together. If it's really not happening for you, you take anything, like something solid enough, like a piece of clothing or a towel, and you're going to hold that behind your back so that your arms are maybe shoulder distance apart. Now we're going to exhale, fold over the legs, so looking forward, letting the arms come up. Exhale, release, and okay, give you a couple of options for the legs. You can just sit in whichever way you like, or you can bring one foot across the other. Actually, let's do this first. Let's bring the left foot over the right knee. Inhale, be nice and tall. Exhale, turn your chest and wrap your hands around your thigh. Take a deep breath here. So inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, gently increase the pressure on the knee coming across towards the opposite shoulder and chest turning back. And you're trying to maybe use your head, look at your shoulders. You want your shoulders to still be in line with your body. So it's your whole thoracic spine that's turning. It's not just the arms coming out of the shoulder sockets. Then bring the right hand outside the left leg. And if you don't need the back arm to support yourself, see if you can bring it all the way around your waist, piece of your hip, or maybe your pants or your t-shirt on the other side. Another breath here. And exhale, we relax. And from here, so you can just sit however you like, or you can bring the top foot, the left foot, as close to your hip as you can, and then bend the other leg and also bring that as close to your hips. And you're trying to be in a place where your feet are by your hips and your knees are stuck in front of each other. And you're going to bring your right hand all the way up, your left hand all the way back. You're going to extend the right arm, the right shoulder up, and the left hand back. Draw the bottom elbow down as you pivot the hand and face it upwards. Reach up and then come down and reach. So you can use, again, a strap or something, or you can just keep your hands onto your back. You're looking for middle fingers to be in line with the spine. For your head to be nice and loose. So again, you should check to see if you can do a yes movement with your head, a no movement. Whenever you're moving neck movements, and we're already doing a shoulder stretch, make it nice and slow. You half circle one direction, the other direction. And if as you're circling, you notice there's a part of your neck that's really tight, let's see if you can let the head hang and breathe into that part. And then slowly release the arms. I'm gonna uncross the legs, bring the right leg up, across, and like maybe your leg isn't gonna go across, maybe it's gonna be here, and that's okay too. Inhale, use your arms to be really tall, and do it from this side. And then exhale, grab the elbow outside the knee, balancing on your right fingertip. So you can play also with how much back you lean back. See if you go a little further back, it helps the thigh to come a little more across. Maybe looking all the way back, maybe looking down to see if your shoulder has completely come out of alignment, or if it's like really close to your face, and you can drop it down. And the other shoulder. And where is your chest facing? And then after a couple of breaths, if it's comfortable, let the arm come on the outside, hold on to the calf. There's always a stiffer side. This is much stiffer for me. So on this side, I don't think I can let go of my back arm. But maybe you can. If I can, I'm gonna go and reach for the hip crease and really open the right shoulder. And again, I can use my head, my sides to see if like whatever feels funny, looks funny. And then try and fix it. Now we're gonna exhale, release. So bringing the right foot across, the left foot across. So trying to bring the knees on top of each other or as close as that we can get. And then I'll show you from the back. So your feet are out to your side. And then that's always where I get confused. If we do this side, we did. So then it's like left hand up and right hand back. And we're gonna really reach up with the left hand, really reach back with the back hand, pivot, draw the elbow down, fix the spine, work the hand up the spine, reach up with the top hand, bend the elbow, grab or not grab, this is the question. Wherever we are, we're opening the arms in both directions. And we're sitting nice and tall. And we're checking that the neck is loose. Maybe we're looking down the front of the body to see if it looks like we're as tall as we could be. Maybe look at the top elbow and see, could you bring it higher? Maybe look at the right shoulder, see if you could bring it lower. Maybe the feet could be closer to your hips. Maybe not, maybe you're perfect and you're breathing. Another couple of breaths here. And on an exhale, releasing, swinging your legs to the side, coming to hands and knees, coming to downward dog. And then looking forward, soften the knees, walk your hands back towards your feet. Come into a forward bend. And inhale, open your arms out to the side. Push into your feet, come all the way up. You can exhale here. Inhale, reach all the way. Exhale, bring your hands down. And there's one more thing I wanted to do. So we'll do one more thing and then we'll relax. So we're gonna stand, maybe on the mat, maybe with your back close to a wall so that if you lose your balance, you can lean back. And we're gonna stand in that nice mountain pose we had at the start. So looking down the front of the body, you see all of your body. Look down the arms, they're out to the side. Head is relaxed. I'm gonna shift the weight onto the left foot and bring the right foot up, right knee across. And then you're gonna bring your thigh across and see if you can maybe swivel the foot all the way around. And then coming back. So if you're swiveling your foot, be careful of the pressure on the knee. Then facing your hips back. Relax here. Bring the arms over and swivel the arms. And breathe here. And notice what you need to do to maintain your balance. So keep your eyes really steady. Maybe push your hips a little back. Squeeze your thighs a little more. Relax the sole of the standing foot. Lengthen the midsection of your body at the back and at the front between the hips and the ribs. Relax the shoulders down, move the elbows forward, move the hands away from your head. Inhale, release, keep your foot up, bring it inside your thigh, keep your balance. Keep your balance. Ooh. Once you're balanced, so arms open help for balance. Steady gaze helps, like you're holding something with laser eyes. Maybe bringing the hands in front of your heart. Maybe pushing into the standing foot, reaching the hands all the way up. And from here, let's see if we can lean forward, bring the knee back. Ooh, I don't have it today. So do better than me. I'll face where I have space. So from tree pose, bringing the knee back, maybe bringing the hands back to the chest. And as you're reaching your back foot back, you're balancing your body forward so you can use your hands for balance. Maybe hands on your heart. Slowly come back. And rest the right foot down. Let's do the other side. Sometimes for the balancing poses, it's easier to be on a hard floor than on a cushiony yoga mat. So whichever works. And it's totally fine to be close enough to a wall that you can use the wall to lean on. If we go back to our mountain pose, looking down, looking side and side, shifting the weight onto the right foot, lifting the left knee up, crossing it, and maybe swiveling the foot. Don't worry about swiveling the foot if that's not happening. Take time. Fix your gaze. Maybe bring your upper body back to center. And then whatever is your top leg is going to be your bottom arm. Swivel the arms. And look back. And maybe your arms are going to be right in front of your face. Then it's hard to fix your gaze. Breathe deeply. Relax the neck, shoulders down. Inhale, undo. Bring your foot into tree pose. Steady yourself. Lean back. Bring the hands by your heart. Relax. If you're holding something for support, see if you can just lean like fingertips or whichever body part you're using to support yourself. Like trying to reach with the flesh, maybe just the skin of that part. And like not a lot of weight. If you're steady, stretch your hands all the way up. And here's the tricky part. Actually, I'm going to do it sideways. Woo. So from here, we might release the foot, bring the leg back, bring the arms forward. Maybe bring the hands back into the chest. Lengthen. Think about downward dog with the one leg up. And exhale, release. Woo. And come down to your mats. Take a breath. Maybe squeeze your knees onto your chest as you're lying down. Maybe making circles with the knee over the hips. Maybe stretching the legs up. And then slowly extending the legs into Shavasana. Toes turned out, hands out to the side. Eyes are gently closed. Maybe you need to take a minute to shuffle, to lift legs, the hips, the shoulders, one at a time to make sure you're as comfortable on the earth as you could be. You're going to breathe and relax the toes of your right foot, the sole of the right foot, the heel and the ankle. Relax the right lower leg, the right knee, the right thigh and the right hip. As you breathe in, notice the volume of your leg in space. As you breathe out, release all the weight of the right leg into the earth. And bring the awareness to the toes of your left foot. Relax all of them. Relax the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot and the left heel. Relax the left ankle, the left calf and shin, left knee, left thigh and left hip. Breathing in to the whole of the left leg. Breathing out, releasing its weight onto the ground. Notice the palms and the skin on the fingers of your left hand. Relax all of the left hand, left wrist, left forearm, left elbow, the left arm, the left shoulder. Breathe into all of the left arm and breathe out, let it be completely relaxed. Through your awareness to the fingertips and the palms of the right hand. Relax the fingers and the hands. Relax the wrists and the forearm. Relax the elbow and the right arm. Relax the right shoulder. Breathe into the whole of the right arm. And breathe out, let it be completely relaxed. Feel the breath coming in through your left nostril. And as you breathe out, relax the left side of your face, left side of your forehead, left eyebrow, left eye, left cheek, left half of your mouth and jaw, your left ear, and all the skin on the left side of your scalp. Let that relaxation feeling flow down into the left side of your throat and neck. The top of the left shoulder and the left collarbone. Every breath like a wave moving a little further down the left side of your body. And as it washes out, washes away all the tension. Left shoulder blade, left armpit, left side of your rib cage. Feel the left lung inflating and deflating. Left lower ribs. Left side of your upper abdomen. Middle abdomen. Side of your waist. Left side of your lower back. Left buttock. The inside of the left hip and the lower abdomen. Breathe in from your nose to your left hip. And exhale, completely relax the left side of your upper body. And on your next breath, expand the breath into the left arm and the left leg. Draw your awareness to your tailbone. Let it be completely relaxed. And move the awareness onto the right side of your hips. The right lower belly and the right buttock. Breathe in to fill it, breathe out to relax it. Let the breath flow into the middle section of the abdomen and the back. Feeling the inflation, expansion as you breathe in, relaxation as you breathe out. Relax the right side of the waist, the right lower back, right side of your abdomen. And your right side goes from the outer right edge into the line that runs from the tip of your nose to your navel to the center of your hips, and on the back of your body to the center of your spine. So you're relaxing all the way on the right side, right next to the center line. Gonna relax the right ribs at the back of the body, side of the body, and the front of the chest. Relax the right shoulder blade, the right armpit, the right lung, right collarbone, top of the right shoulder, right side of your neck and throat, right side of your jaw, right half of your tongue, lips, right cheek and right ear, right eye and temple, right eyebrow, right side of your forehead, and all the right half of your head. Now feel a point, which is exactly at the center top of your skull. Relax that point and let your awareness move straight down your body, right in the center. So all the points that are equidistant from the front, the back, the left and the right of the body. Breathe in to shift your awareness down the line through the center of your skull. Exhale, relax. Breathe in down your skull to the center of your throat. And exhale, relax. Breathe in, flowing to your heart, the center of your chest. Exhale, relax. Breathe into the center of your upper abdomen, your solar plexus. Exhale, relax. Breathe in to a place below your navel, the center of your lower abdomen and lower back. And exhale, relax. And breathe in all the way down to your sacrum, to the tip of your tailbone, somewhere just in front of it, at the center between the front and the back of the body. And exhale, relax. Now see if you can join all of those points with one breath in. Exhaling from the tailbone through the center line to the top of your head. And exhaling back down. Starting with the awareness being very deeply concentrated to the center line of the body. Inhaling up the line, exhaling down. And as the breath comes and goes, letting the focus soften and sink into the outer layers of the body, from the center out. Breathe in volume, space and light. Breathe out weight, tension and softness. Very slowly bring movement back into your fingers and toes. Turn your head from side to side. Bring your legs together, your arms over your head. Take a deep inhale and stretch. Exhale, release to your chest. Give yourself a hug, a roll, whatever feels good. Roll down onto the right hand side. Use your right arm as a pillow. And stay there for a moment, let everything settle. Pressing into the left hand, slowly coming back up to sitting. And sit cross-legged. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel the energy within your own body and circulate it within you and between you and the rest. So it could be the room around you. It could be the energy between us, between each other, as we're practicing together, as we're breathing together. Let's rub your palms. Get them really hot. Let the energy flow from your body into the palms of your hands. Bring them into your face, on your shoulders, on your beautiful hearts, hips, knees, and feet. And back to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. Feel free to ask me what you need for a future session. Hopefully in July we'll be back in person. But for now, really thank you for still showing up.